Hello, Cardinals. We're going to talk about investigation 3.4 today. It is involving investigating how warm and cool air move. Our focus question is how are similarities and differences? What are the similarities and differences in how warm and cool air move? So our big focus today is using those same convection tubes and putting hot and cold water under them, and then looking how the air moves and reacts to that different temperature. This plays a large role in weather. A punk stick, we're going to be using that today. You may not know what that is. A punk is a smoldering stick used for lighting firework fuses. So it's not going to burn like with a flame. It's just going to create some smoke. And then smoldering is to burn slowly with smoke but no flame. Looking back at yesterday, we did the lab with the convection tubes, and we looked at the crushed ice and the hot water and how that affected the air above it. This would be an example data table. And as you can see here, the crushed ice was extremely cold to start. This would be the temperature of the crushed ice. The hot water was extremely warm. And then this is the results below it. So as you can see, the cold air here started out at 19 degrees, and so did the hot air. But the cold air decreased a little bit, not a ton, but just a little bit. And then the hot water increased rapidly. And in fact, the top got warmer than the bottom. So the hot water caused the air above it to heat. The cold air caused the air above it to cool a little bit, but not a lot. To review today, step 11 had us do this if the tube got cloudy, and the question would be, after clearing the tube, how could you cover your container of ice or water with plastic wrap to secure the wrap with a rubber band? So I'm thinking about that. Because of the condensation, we could have used plastic wrap to prevent that condensation. And then we want to sum up number 4 on our objectives page. How does surface temperature affect air temperature above it? For 3.4 today, we're going to be relating the results of the investigation to temperature, and then now we're going to talk about movement of air. All right, so yesterday we talked about the temperature of the air. Today we're going to talk about the movement. And basically the same setup as yesterday. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to record the purpose in the form of a question, and probably to be done as a class. And then we're going to do a little demonstration on what you need to do. And you're going to make predictions on how you think the air is going to move above it in the hot or for the cold. We're going to discuss those ideas. And the material is going to be very similar to yesterday, except we're going to be attaching a funnel and a tube to allow the air into the convection tube. And so it's going to look something like this off to the right, the same setup as yesterday, and then a funnel on a tube with a punk stick to allow smoke to go inside of the convection tube. We're using a flashlight with the lights off so you can see the smoke particles moving. This will allow us to see the smoke a lot better. And then you're going to be doing the exact same thing with the hot water. So you have to do the cold water first, and then we'll do the hot water later. Once again, you might have to clear up the cylinder using a ruler or paper towel. And then after you've finished it, you're going to dip your punk into a container of water to keep it from smoldering, and then cut the wet tip off so we can use it for the next class. So going over investigation 3.4, there are 9 steps to this. I just went over that for you. When you get done, you should read lesson 3, reflection, because that'll be done tomorrow. If you have any questions, please let your teacher know. Thanks, Cardinals.